So I'm not exactly sure why this has been like a very common occurrence in the last couple weeks, but for those of you who didn't see, we have been getting a ton of Golden State Warriors news on potential players that they, of course, might be signing to the team. Again, most of them have been centers and whatnot, because that seems to be the Golden State Warriors' biggest need when it does come to their positions. Of course, there's a couple other things here and there, just mainly big man depth, I would assume, is what the Warriors are going to be truly targeting with this 14th and 15th man roster spot that they, of course, do have open. Again, there were a couple of reports earlier in the year, and that Dwight Howard really wanted to get back into the NBA. He had been training in Taiwan, playing in Taiwan, doing essentially everything that he can to get back into it and become an NBA player again. He also mentioned that he would like to play for the Sacramento Kings, believing he could potentially help their team out as their new backup center. There was even a rumor he worked out for them, and it must not have gone well, and they just must have gone a different direction. There's other rumors going around too that the Golden State Warriors in the past couple weeks have been monitoring and have showed some interest in potentially signing him. And a recent report has also come out saying that the Golden State Warriors should look to sign Dwight Howard, according to Ben Steiner. They have a couple of roster spots available, and Dwight has experience playing off the bench for a championship team. Now, I'm not going to lie. I think Dwight Howard might be one of the most perfect players the Golden State Warriors can potentially bring in. We've been saying the Warriors are interested in a ton of players like Christian Wood, Rudy Gay, etc. All these big men who could definitely play quite a role on this Golden State Warriors team. And I'm not saying Dwight Howard's the best out of all of them. In fact, he might actually be the worst out of the three. The thing is with Dwight Howard, though, is I actually think he would fit the Golden State Warriors system 10 times better than what both of those guys would be able to do. And I also think that he would just mesh extremely well with this team, and he would add a lot of what this Golden State Warriors team does need right now and what they have previously built their championships off. We know that the Golden State Warriors, one of the main staples of their game is the big man sacrificing what they can do on offense and what scoring for the better part of the team. This means going around and setting a bunch of screens for players like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and all the other type of shooters, and of course playing really good defense and getting a much needed rebound. Again, that is what the Golden State Warriors are built off. Draymond Green not only is a really good playmaker, but he's one of the best screen setters in the league, and he manages to always get a shooter open. And I just think a guy like Dwight Howard, who has previously played the exact role the Los Angeles Lakers needed him to do to win himself a championship, would be perfect for this Golden State Warriors team. Dwight Howard is still not the worst defender going around, and I know damn well Dwight Howard can definitely get a rebound if needed to. Not just that, he's already showed that he can play his role and sacrifice his offensive game and what he can do for the better part of the team. When the Los Angeles Lakers needed Dwight Howard to go around setting screens for LeBron to get Danny Green and whatnot open, he was doing it. Again, when LeBron James needed Dwight Howard to get a rebound and help out Anthony Davis or JaVale McGee on the boards, Dwight Howard was doing it. This is a guy who is going to be a really solid role player still in the NBA, I think. And when I look at a lot of the teams, I do wonder how some of these certain players are signed when you've got dudes like Dwight Howard, who are these perfect type of role players who would help out any given championship team, are still available as free agents. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And I think the Golden State Warriors should 100% be bringing Dwight Howard in for a practice, for a workout, just to see if he meshes well, if he can do every single thing that the Golden State Warriors need him to, which I believe he can, and then potentially bring him in to the team. In reality, I think this is a really good move by the Golden State Warriors. I think if you were to bring in a guy like Dwight Howard and a Rudy Gay, this would much more round out and balance the team. the team has so many guards right now and so many off-ball scorers, but it doesn't seem to have the screen setters and centers that previous year Warriors teams have had. I remember in the 2016, I think, Warriors squad, they had like 3 or 4 centers who were really good at rebounding, defense, and screen setting, and Draymond Green doing his thing. Now in the Golden State Warriors, it's kind of just Kevon Looney, Draymond Green, and maybe Jonathan Kuminga taking that next step. But again, Kuminga really hasn't been used as a guy that's been a screen setter or anything like that by the Warriors. They don't seem to want him to be that. So it almost makes me think that you've only got like 2 of those guys on the roster, when in previous years you've had about 4 or 5. I think if you bring in a dude like Dwight Howard, he'll do exactly that, and Rudy Gay gives you a bit more flexibility as he can play the 3 and the 4 as well. Also, on the Golden State Warriors, you can definitely expect him to probably play some small ball center, I think, and I would assume. Again, these dudes make a lot of sense. They're veterans who knows what it takes to win, especially Dwight, of course, winning a championship with the Los Angeles Lakers as what started to be a backup center, but as he worked himself more into the season, he honestly became like nearly their starting center, I think, in the playoffs. Again, I think a lot of teams could use a Dwight Howard right now. The Lakers could probably still use a Dwight Howard, but I think the Golden State Warriors, especially out of all the teams nearly in the NBA, they would be one of the highest on my list of potential teams who could use Dwight Howard. And I think with them having 2 more roster spots available, it would be a very good situation and idea to bring him in. But of course, if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Comment your thoughts and opinions down below. Do you guys think the Golden State Warriors should, of course, try and sign Dwight Howard to the team? Or do you guys think they should let him be and maybe go for a different center or something like that? Or maybe a different role player, whatever it might be. Definitely give me your thoughts and opinions on it down below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel, my IRL/vlogging channel, and this channel for all the latest Golden State Warriors, NBA news, NBA trades, all of the above. Again, don't forget to do that. But as I was saying, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.